So in last class we talked about like the load balancing methods like statics and the dynamics. So they are pretty much the same which we use in LTM. And what is like different from LTM is that the global availability topologies and few of the dynamic load balancings which we have seen right, that uh, what is it, the hops and the packet rate and other stuff like round trip time and etc. So today I will do a lab for global availability, right? And then we'll see at how what is this manual resume function when it is like useful, and then we'll see how to create a topology. Since in our lab we have only one like what is it, a source or like a client or LDNS. So I'll like try to perform the lab by creating like two different pools, and based on the source IP address I'll try to configure the topology load balancing and we'll verify that. All right, so I think load balancing method we have discussed already, so now we will perform how to configure GA, right? So let me go to the lab. So this is our like GTM. So we have created this test wip.com wide IP in last class. So now let's see what we have here. So like I've created two pools, right? And one pool is pool external and pool internal. And one more thing, let me log in here. This time I have created like two more virtual servers on LTM. So okay, so all in all we have like 4 virtual servers, so it's pretty much straightforward at 1110, 111, 112 and 113. All right, I've created this for like simulating our topology like lab, but for GA we can use it or we can only like go with 2 virtual servers. So let me go to this and let me delete
Asif,
this. Yeah.
could I request, if you could explain on the whiteboard what we are doing,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
then you can
So
start a lab. That would be more, the helpful for us, especially for me.
certainly. So okay, let me draw that again. So lastly, we have discussed about this global availability, right? Load balancing. So what do you mean by global availability and when to use? So suppose like we have two DC, like one is London, right? Another is New York. Okay, so and there is one wide IP. Suppose test.wip.com, right? And we have created a pool, right? Suppose a pool 1 having 2 members, right? So 10.1.12.110 listening on port 80, and similarly we have 10.1.12.111. Just for like sake of easiness, I'm taking two like webs in a single pool. I'm not going to demonstrate with two pools. However, you can do that, but I'll explain you. So when we as we know that this is a 2-tier like load balancing here. So one at the wide IP level, right? Wide IP level, and another is at pool level. We have seen that, right? So on pool level we have 3 load balancing method we can use: preferred, alternate and fallback. And on wide IP level we can have only one like load balancing method. We can use only one load balancing method, right? So okay, suppose without GA, if we select here round robin and here also round robin, so when user will try to access this test.wip.com, like GTM will start resolving in round robin fashion. One time you will see this resolution, and another time you will get this resolution, right? So suppose like in your environment or in production environment, a client asked you to keep this WIP as a primary or active all the time. As long as it is up, this particular WIP will not get resolved. Okay, so it happens when we set up something in like DR thing. So as long as my primary data center or primary WIP is up, okay, this should be getting resolved to the end user. The moment it goes down, okay, it will start resolving to this 111 virtual server, right? So to how to achieve that, how we can achieve this thing, we can use load balancing method known as GA, global availability. We can use GA at wide IP level also, and at the pool level also, right? So if you use at the wide IP level, so who's whatever pool has having order, remember that I have talked about this order thing, order. So suppose this is this particular web is having order 0 and this particular web is having order 1. So always 0 order will be preferred. If we use GA, then only this order will come into play. The moment it goes down, then GTM will start resolving to the next available, or the WIP with the order 1. All right, and we can use at pool level and as well as at the wide IP level. Okay, so any confusion like in a active and like passive or active DR setup, we use this GA, and I will demonstrate how we can achieve that. Any question or query around this?
No, thank you.
All right. So let me do that. So currently we have 2 pools. Let me delete these pools. We'll create it later for topology. Okay, it is being referenced. So let me delete this web first. Now go to pools. Is referenced by 1. Okay, topology is being handled. 1 second. Topology records. Okay, so I've created topology for other class, so it was not letting me delete. So now I'm going to create a pool. Okay, so we can name it anything. Suppose I'm naming it like pool underscore GA. Okay, for the lab purpose, type would be A, and right now I'm keeping round robin only. Okay, I'll change it later. So first of all, we have to 1 second. Where are we? Okay, it's a wide IP. I have to create pool, right? So go here, create pool underscore GA. Type would be A, online. And as we can see, like I've created 4, so all 4 are visible here. This is because of iQuery. So now I'm like taking this 110 as one member. I'm not configuring anything as of now, but I'll change this LB method later on, just for the demonstration. So let me fall back to 0. 111. 10 is there. Now finish this. Okay. So we have this pool GA up and running. Now we will create wide IP. Wide IP, name it like test dot wip.com. Okay. That would be A. I'm not changing again LB method right now. So select this pool, add. So we don't have any like GA configured. So let's test one thing first. So if I resolve, how it will happen in round robin fashion, right? So if I do test.wip.com, see, you are getting 110, 111, right? It's going in round robin fashion. It's resolving to 110 and 111, right? If I do it again 110, and if I do it again 111. So it means round robin is working fine, correct? So what if we have a requirement that we have to
So,
like always,
pool
yeah.
members are from the same site, I believe.
Yeah, so as of now we are using the same site, so it's very
Yeah.
much like
So that means two different pool we have made for the
right,
test. I mean, just
right,
lab
right. No, just
purposes.
for the lab purpose. So
Oh,
suppose this
that's
particular New York data center has one like virtual server, right? So you can create another member, or like you can have one member from London data center, another from the, what is it, New York data
New
center.
York.
So,
Yeah.
so London. So for this lab, I'm just telling you. So just consider that 110 as a primary and 111 as a secondary. But you can use another data center VIP as well. We will see that thing once we configure sync group. But just think, whatever you are having creating here with order 0 is a primary, and with 1 as a secondary. So right now we have round robin and it's working fine. We have validated this. Now I'm changing it to GA. So I'm changing GA at member level. Now let me change the GA at wide IP level as well. Go to pools, change it to, so we have only like these 4 method available at wide IP level. So GA update. So now before testing, can we like anticipate like what should be the resolution? Which particular IP should be resolved all the time?
First one, 01.
First one all the time. Though we have both available, but it will. Let me clear the cache. Okay, Control C, CLS. Now, and this is very like what is a common configuration which we do. Okay. Now, do NS lookup. This time we should get 110test.wip.com. 110. Let me do it again. 110, 110, 110, 110. Okay, it's not resolving to 111, though it is there, but it is taking only this into consideration with the order 0. Make sense? So as long as it is up, it will not. This wide IP or GTM will not resolve this particular IP. The moment it goes down, it will automatically start resolving to the second one. And the very like common use case scenario is that active and primary kind of setup, or active DR setup, right? So you want your active data center VIP to be always resolved, not the DR one. The moment active goes down, you want GTM to resolve the DR VIP. Make sense? So
Yeah.
if
So,
I keep on resolving, it won't let you resolve to 111. Yeah, go ahead.
right. If we disable this 101, so obviously it will show practically it will go to the next one, isn't it?
Okay, one thing. So there is no way of like
Disabling.
manipulate. No. Disable you can do.
Oh,
The member you can. So there is no way of like editing this order. The order comes into play like if I have added this first, right? It will take order 0. So this is a a practical thing. Which just keep in mind that whatever VIP you are adding first will take order 1. Oh, sorry, order 0 first, right?
mhm. Yeah.
And the
What
second one will,
option we got on the manage on the right side?
right. So suppose I am adding one more VIP. Suppose I am adding, so it will take order. Suppose I'm adding 112, right? Add, and finished. See,
So over
it's
here
3012,
we can
right?
change the orders by entering that, the for example, we need the second one, the
Yeah.
zero. So we delete all of them and we can put the first time
Yeah,
this one.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, you can do it this way, that up and
Oh,
down,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So see, up and down. So now 112. This is a what you say, another way of doing it. But when you configure it first, okay. So suppose whatever IP I am entering here, firstly, right? That will be considered as, that will be configured as order zero. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
However, you can do it from here, but you cannot change, like order from this particular, what you say, a page, right? You can enable disable, but you cannot. So let me quickly roll back. Let me remove this. Okay. See, messed up, right? 1 2 0 has gone. So let me delete this.
So Asif, do we
Yeah.
need to change that load balancing method on both, means so at wide IP and pool level, or
Uh,
we can define?
yeah. So if you want GA at the pool level, okay,
Hmm.
it's not mandatory. Just test it. But I have tested that. Let me add this first, and then I'll explain you. So let me. I'm adding what 110 at like as a first member. So it will automatically take order zero. Now I'm adding 111 as a second member. So it will take order 01, right? 110 as a zero and 111 as a member one. Now see here we have at the pool level we are using GA. So this 01 is kicking in, right?
Hmm.
Now you're saying at wide IP level, since we have only one pool, right? However, I have taken GA for the reference, but if you are taking round robin, it will also work because we don't have any other like member for GA to work, right? Getting
Hmm.
me? This
Hmm.
order will only come into play when we have more than one member and GA, like configured. So you can test it, but it is not mandatory to have it here. But in the real like scenario, it depends whether you are using two pool. Suppose I have created two pools, keeping one particular whip in each pool, single member, right? So I can configure wide IP, so I can configure G at wide IP pool level, wide IP level, so that it will do that. So let me demonstrate that if possible. So what I'm trying to say is that go here, go to pool. Okay, I'm deleting this pool. Okay. Okay, wide IP. One second. Let me remove it from here. So apart from this, one second. We have taken round robin. Let's test it first, right? Okay, let me do Control C, CLS, ipconfig plus DNS. Now, if I do ls lookup, what we are expecting right now? 110, 110, 110. So see, because at pool level, it is not so. It has only one pool, so request will go to this pool. Now at pool level, we have this GA available, right?
Hmm.
So this GA, this resolution or this order is kicking in at the pool level. But at the wide IP level, we have only one pool member or pool, what you can say. So even if I have kept this round as a round robin, so this order is not kicking it. So anyway, it will send this the DNS query to this particular pool. If I create one more pool, 0 and 1, so we can do that way also. Do you want me to demonstrate or?
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You can.
Okay. Sure. So this is clear that you can not use here until unless you are having using or having one pool. But the moment you create one more pool, suppose pool underscore GA2. Okay, type A. Okay, I'm taking another two. We have two, so 112 adding first, and 113 adding second. And let me change it here also. At the pool level, I'm changing to GA. Finished. I have created this pool, but I've not associated to the wide IP right now. So let me associate it at wide IP level. Go to pool, go to pool 2.
Asif, on the
Yeah,
pool level,
yeah.
you have given the, the, I mean,
GA,
GA here. So
right.
is that gonna work same way? What it is working on the WIP level, wide
So see,
IP level, sorry.
right. So exactly, yeah, you are getting it right. So at wide IP level, now I have added two pools, right,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
order 0 and 1. But again, I am not using GA, so it will keep on
Yeah,
sending
it will
requests to
share
the
the
round robin.
traffic equally. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The moment I'll select GA here, okay, this particular load balancing method will be come into play for this pool only. So let me update this. Now
Now
we
it's
have a
gonna work,
GA at wider. Now
send the
it will
zero
always
traffic.
send the all 0 1, right? So
So,
and at the pool level also we have selected this GA, so it will keep on resolving to 110. Getting
all right.
me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fine.
So if I resolve again, still I'll get that 110. See, Amit.
Yeah, yeah, Asif.
Now the moment suppose I am going to LTM, I am disabling this. Second. Now I'm disabling these web. So now our pool with 0 order and a member with 0 1 has been gone down. So let's check here. It will take some time. So okay, now I go to pool. So our pool here is down. So at wide IP level, if you look here, pool, so 0 has been failed, right?
Mhm.
And still we have GA configured. So what you are expecting that it will send to this particular pool, and from pool also, what IP you are expecting? 112 or 113?
112.
Because 112
112.
all the
112.
all the time, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So now let me do that. Okay, let me clear this. Let's look up press.com. It is refusing. Did we change anything? Once again, pool GA. Go to wide IP level. We have a GA enable, so this will not going to this particular pool. Fine, and this particular pool is having GA and 112 should be resolved. Weird. Yeah, I can demonstrate another way. Let me go here. One one two and 113 is up. Just give me a moment. So another way of demonstrating we have it. So let me go to pool. Okay, let me roll back. Enable. One second. I'll let it come first. Okay, now it is up. So it wanted to, okay, 110 is still happening. That's fine. So at pool level we are clear. So now I'm just removing this pool and doing that, you know, resolution thing is referenced. Okay. Go to wide IP, test, pool. I'm removing this pool GA. Okay. So let's check at the pool level first. Okay. So pool GA, we have two members, 110 and 111. Now this should be, active all the time, and we are getting it resolved 110. Now let me down 110 at LTM level. 110 is this. Disable. Okay. And let me do this. Okay. So now what should be the result? 111, right?
Yes.
See, 111. Getting it?
Yeah, earlier you disabled
I've
another
disabled at the pool
IP
level. Yeah.
ID.
So see,
If you go,
I've demonstrated with two pool earlier.
Yeah.
So this wide IP has two pool earlier, right? So I've disabled the pool one, is right from the LTM side, but it somehow it was not, like demonstrating here. I'll check it. But what I'm trying to show is that this single pool is having two members. Okay, 0 and 1. We have this GA available, configured. So 1110 should be resolved all the time as long as it is up and running, right? But I have disabled it, so this is also marking it down. So now it is resolving to which IP? The next available IP, right?
So we have configured the one WIP under the wide IP at the moment.
We have
Where we
two
are
WIP,
checking
but yeah,
global.
we have two WIP, no? 110 and 111.
I think if you configure global availability at wide IP level and round robin at the member level, then it will work.
There are ways, right? Because see, two-tier means like if you are selecting GA here only, right? It should automatically detect that, okay, this is down. Okay, now I will go with this order, right? So we can demonstrate that, but are we clear on this particular part? That the moment I'll mark this as up, let me do it. So which IP you are, expecting? Come on, guys, hurry up. Which IP we are expecting?
1110.
Again, that order comes into play, right? Member 0, because we have GA available. See, 1110. It. So now 111 is not getting resolved.
On the second priority. Yeah.
Right, because it has order 1, and we have this GA, configured, so it is resolving to this particular member with order 0. The moment it goes down, then only it will start resolving. But like, at the pool level, I have checked that, okay, we have this pool GA2 has two members, 112 and 113. Here we are using GA at this level also. Now we have to configure it wisely that at wide IP, if request comes here, right, let me add that pool. Okay, finish this. So now 0 and 1. Now, as Sidra said, that can be done, but we can keep it that way also. Okay, go to pool. I'm not changing here. I'm only testing at the wide IP level. Okay, let me do it round robin. Okay, round robin. Okay, at the pool level, but at wide IP level, we have GA available, right? And 0 and 1 is in place. So which IP are you expecting? Pool GA and these IP 110 and 111, because we have selected round robin. So let's try that. 111, 110, 111, 110, right? So this is a way, again, what if you just want 110 all the time? For that, you have to select round robin here. Yeah, sorry, global availability. Getting me, Sidra, what I'm trying to say? Hello? Hello?
Yes, Asif. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Getting you. Thank you.
because see, at wide IP level, we have this GA, right? So only this pool is getting out. The moment I'll, let me turn this down. Now we will get 112 and 113, round robin between them at pool 2, right? So go back here, give it some time to disable, go down. It will take some time.
Asif, you have disabled the the iQuery as well with LTM. So how it's gonna
iQuery,
communicate
I have
with?
not disabled. No,
I
I have
believe.
not disabled iQuery. I have disabled the,
Oh,
you know,
iQuery
WIP.
VS. Okay, virtual.
It's a iQuery VS. Okay, it's not an
Sorry.
iQuery thing.
Yeah.
It's a virtual server. Let's wait for this pool to go down. Okay, now this has gone down. So now what IP we are expecting? Pool 2, pool GA2, right? And IP should be 112 and 113 because we have round robin, so it will send
Yeah, that's
in
right.
a round robin fashion. So do it again. This is again some issue with the big IP thing. See, pool 2 is not, the moment I'm disabling that pool 2, this is not making it work. Let me change topology again.
So
Let's see.
depends on the requirement, right? We can set
Exactly, it totally
what kind of
depends on the requirement. Where do you want, like GA at the pool level? Suppose at pool on your active data center, you have 4 WIPs for a single wide IP.
Mhm.
So you can create one pool for that particular data center, another pool for another data center for the very same wide IP. So
Okay.
now you can, use GA at the pool level. Oh, sorry, wide IP level or pool level, you can say, and at the pool member level, you can also select GA. Somehow it's not, like getting resolved, but with the one particular pool, we have seen that the moment it goes down, it is not taking that, like 0 member into consideration,
Right.
right?
And if we having only one pool, so there is no need to configure. So yeah, we can't configure on the
That we have
on the
tested.
wide. Yeah.
Wide IP that does not make any sense, right?
Right.
So
And
that
then we can achieve by configuring G on the pool level, right?
pool level also, right? So
Okay. Okay.
at pool level, it will do things. Sorry, I've selected topology, no? So let me try this. So see, this is a weird thing. We always see that, okay, with the lab. So with one, it is working. With two, it's not working. But the concept is same, right? We have tested this. So again, I'm just doing it for you guys. I am making it up, right? And now it will start resolving. So it simply means that it's something wrong with the box, right? Let me do it plus DNS, CLS, and which is, see, 110 and 11. See, this time it is working. So this is a weird behavior. 110. Why 110 all the time? Let's go back. Let's go back again. Wide IP. So at wide IP, we have 2 pools. So 0 will be preferred. GA we are using, right? So this will be preferred. So let's go to that pool, check the member. Now this time it's showing round robin, right?
Right.
And see, it's taking its own time, right? So now it is resolving in a round robin fashion at the pool level, a pool member level, okay? So the moment it goes down, let me disable it from here, 1. Ideally it should work, but this lab, this is causing. So what IP should be resolving now all the time? 111.
Yes, 111.
Yeah.
111 all the time. So you have to practice it, like you just spin your head around this and do whatever, like topology you can do. In lab, like we may see some bugs or some kinds of setbacks at times. But if you have your personal lab, try to consider or try to, like configure more pools, more whips, and apply that logic that okay, if I have more than one pool or more than one member, suppose I have 5 members and I'm using GA 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So only 0 will be preferred all the time. Not 1, 2, 3, 4 will be sitting idle. To make that work, you have to use round robin. Again, these are the the basic concept of the load balancing mechanisms, right? But when do we use GA? For active and standby kind of setup. You may get requests from user that okay, I want this particular IP to be resolved all the time until it goes down. So what you will think? Okay, fine, we can do it with the help of GA.
GA
Right.
is also the same as the priority group activation of the LTM. Am I correct?
Kind of, yeah. So on LTM, so on priority group activation, you have to give some, like priority, right?
Yeah.
But here you don't have to give any priority. That's a difference I can see.
Yeah.
Right. You have to give some priority. So suppose you have 5 members, 3 members having priority 10 and 2 have priority 5, then only 3 member will be, resolving the queries or like, serving the traffic
Maximum
with a higher
traffic,
priority
yeah.
group activation, right? So again, there you have to configure priority, but here we are not creating any priority or anything. We are just selecting the priority and adding in a, the most desirable way we want.
Yeah.
Right. That's it.
Yeah. In GA is based on member order.
Sorry.
I mean that GA is based on the member order.
Member, right? Order, member order, exactly. So this order is of no use until unless you are not using GA.
Yeah.
Just keep that in mind. And how to change order? Suppose like after a few time, suppose let me go to wide IP. Okay, and go to pools, and you want to change this order. So this is the only way to change the order. From here you can do the up and down, right? Make it up. So now order will get changed. Right? See, GA2 has become order 0. Now it will start resolving to 0, 2. See, 112. Right? Because 112 is part of this pool. Now, why is this getting, what do you say, request? Because 112 is part of this. See, again, we have used GA here, so it's not resolving to 113. See, Sidra, you are getting it. I have kept the GA here also. This time it is working. So it's kind of a bug. With that pool, it is not happening. Getting it? So we have wide IP here. On wide IP, we have GA, right? So this pool will only serve traffic. That is clear? Now go to this pool. Go to members and see here also we have GA. Now out of this, order will come into play. So what will be the IP all the time?
112.
And we have seen a weird thing, like with the pool, another pool, we are not getting this. So again, it's
over here we are getting 112 now.
Yeah, all the time. We are not getting 113. See.
Yeah.
So like it might be.
No, I have one question, Asif.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So refer to your demonstration. When you disable the WIP in the first pool, then that pool is down. So why when we try to do the DNS query, it doesn't query to the second pool, and we see that it get refused. Why it display the refuse for the DNS?
Yeah, so that's why now it is not refusing, not that load balancing, at the member level also working, right? So that we have, because it seems like some issue with the machine or something, right? So if I disable this thing, okay, we can see that it is refusing something.
Yeah, it shouldn't refuse.
Yeah, so it's something with the the boxes or anything. Now if you look here at wide IP sorry, wide IP level.
It
Go
should
to pool.
relate to any DNS profile or permission.
Yeah. So now this anyway, I have disabled this GA. So, but when we did that, it was not happening. It
No,
was
Asif,
refusing the
you
character.
know that.
Yeah.
Look at the orders. It has been
No,
changed
that's
now.
fine. No, that's fine. I have changed it, but earlier. So Wendy was talking about the earlier when we
Oh,
have
okay.
disabled the order 0. Yeah. So that was refusing it because but this time it is not refusing, and also that pool level
Asif,
GA is also working fine.
Asif, you
Yeah.
disable the second pool, not the first pool. That's fine.
Yeah. This time I did that. Okay. Let me change the order one
You
second.
disable the second one. That's why
I
you
know.
did the resolving. Yeah.
Let me change the order for you. Okay. Ideally, it should not.
Asif, before changing the order, if you can just keep this one, the pool GA2, just mark this one as down and give this.
Yeah, we can do that way also. Okay, let me do that way then.
Yeah.
Okay, make it up.
GA2.
But you guys get the concept, right? It's all about troubleshooting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I understand.
I know we have seen like issues with the lab of lately, but okay, now let me mark it as up first and mark GA2 as down.
As down, yes.
Yeah. Wait for a few seconds. Let it come first, then I'll disable that one. And practice, I would say. Without practice, it won't make any sense. Let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, it is still down, no? Okay, that's fine. Okay, now you are saying that I should mark this down, right? So pool GA2 members are the, and let me disable it. Right, go here. Let's wait for a few seconds. Upon refreshing. It takes time. See, now it should go to GA, and let's try that. See, it is diffusing. See, this is a weird thing which we are seeing here, right?
Yeah.
But when I do other way around, it's happening. I'm not sure like why it is causing, but always take things into consider while you are performing this. That's why I was telling you, it is working fine when we are doing other way around. So, but the concept remains the same.
Should you check on DNS profile? It should be something.
So it's a different default DNS profile. I've already checked. Right. So again, if we get into troubleshooting, then it will take a lot of time again. Right.
Okay.
So if you look here, so it's a DNS profile is DNS advanced. It's again same thing DNS. So, but you get the idea. So with the one pool member or pool, I have demonstrated how to achieve this.
Yeah.
And with the two as well, but this is not happening other way around. And this might be due to some other stuff, but we will see it later. But GA is, this is it. Okay, now what about the manual resume? What is manual resume? It will come up in automatically. So let me, for the ease of demonstration, 1 second, let me go back. I'm using only one pool. First I have to dissociate it from here. Go here. Google. GA2, let me remove GA2. Okay, GA, I'm keeping GA, but Amit, this won't make any sense because again, we don't have any other member.
Right.
So even if you keep it, it's not a problem, because in my production environment, we kept it like GA at both pool and wide IP level, just to avoid any unwanted issues. So Now go to pools. Let me get rid of this pool as well. Okay, and we have seen one thing that you know that the moment we mark this particular member down, okay, it just automatically start resolving to this, right? Right, guys?
Yeah.
Now, the moment we enable this thing, it again start resolving to 110 all the time, not this one, correct? The moment it comes up, this will again start resolving to 110, not this one, when we have GA and other stuff configured. Now, there at times we have seen requirements that there are few applications which do not fall back on, which do not, mm, uh, you know, what is it? Fall back to the original, what is it? WIP or anything. So there is a way of doing it. So what I mean to say is that if we configure a manual resume, okay, if we configure manual resume, and if this particular WIP goes down, it will start resolving to this, right? That is totally natural. But if we have manual resume configured, and if it goes down, right, and if it comes up again, then it will still resolving to this particular WIP until and unless you are not going to the particular in this particular WIP and making it enabled manually. That's why it is named as manual resume. I will show you how. So it's another lab. So GA is clear. These are, we have seen this, like round trip time with that. So manualism is the feature is that when primary sites run returns, okay. So for few of the application, they need some kind of a database synchronization or other kind of dependency on the other virtual server. But if you have configured manual resume, that means without manual intervention, even if it comes up, it will not start resolving it. You have to go to that particular web pool member or web and make it enable. I'll show you how. And these slides are the very same thing which I will going to demonstrate. So these 4 slides are the same, but let me show you on the lab. So right now, go to wide IP. Okay, we have only one wide IP, one pool. GA we have it here. That is fine. At pool level, let's change it to GA. Right. So I'm demonstrating what do you say, how to configure manual resume, and I will let you know what do you mean by that. So let's test now without manual resume. So if I test this 110, this is fine as of now. Is this natural, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I make this down from here, 1110, disable. Wait for a few seconds. Yeah, wait for a few seconds. It will be down. Fine, it's done. So let's test before configuring. So now we are getting 111. Fine. So if I again enable it from backend, like or from like LTM, if it comes up, we are not manually going there and enabling anything, right? It will automatically, with the help of iQuery, it will automatically show up, right? See, I didn't do anything here. I didn't resume it manually. Now it will start resolving to 1110 again, right? Now, what if we configure manual resume? Let's go here. Go to GSLB pool. Okay. So it's a very simple configuration. This is there is a like a checkbox named manual resume. Just select here and update. That's it. You don't have to do any other configuration for the manual resume lab. Okay, now what does it mean? Let's see. Go to member. Again, everything is up and running fine. We are still getting what? 110, which is natural. All right, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Now go to LTM, mark 110 down. Now we have manual resume enabled. Let's see what happens. Let it go down. Okay, now what should we get? 111. This is fine. Okay. Now I'm going to LTM and I'm enabling it on the LTM, not at the GTM level. So enable it. Enabled. See, in this diamond will change to something else. See, circle. Is this showing green?
Nope.
No. If we still, resolving it, what we are getting? 111, because we have what we have configured manual resumes. So if the primary data center comes up, okay, and you have some setup, like which is kind of, that if some application or user persists to that particular virtual server and there is no fallback kind of mechanism on the application level, you don't want it to be, disrupt the connection and start resolving to the,
unavailable.
Right, unavailable, or the what do you say, the primary data center, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, primary.
this way you can, what do you say, handle or manipulate the traffic. So it comes up, that primary data center comes up, that VIP comes up, but still the user will not abruptly close the connection and start getting resolution from the primary, right? So for this purpose, this manual resume is very useful. So
for
how to do that?
maintenance purpose, we can use that.
Yeah, you can do that, right?
Yeah.
So that, like whatever user is currently persisted to, like data center 2 or the DR data center will not abruptly disconnect and start getting IPs from the primary one, right?
So we have disable over here.
No, we didn't disable any. We have just selected a manual resume feature, and
where we selected on the spool base.
Yup. I've shown you. So go to pool. Okay. See here. This feature. I didn't disable anything at the what you say, on the GTM, right? So, but I have disabled here. So means my primary data center VIP goes down, and once it comes back, it will not start resolving to the primary one or with the order 0 with the GA configured with this manual resume. Now it means that you have to manually resume the services or like that particular web. So what you have to do, go to member. It's very simple. So still we are getting this, though it's up, but it's not taking 110. So do that, go here and just enable it. What IP we are expecting now?
1110.
1110, see?
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on your requirement. Yeah.
Sorry. When we, the enables, so if we go back to that particular feature, so is that going to be showing the manualism and unchecked?
No, why? So this is we have selected. We have we want that this particular, if any pool member goes down, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you don't have to. So without this manualism, we have seen that the moment it comes up, primary data center start resolving back to the primary, right?
All right.
But this time we have configured manualism, so it will not. You have to manually do that. You have to manually resume that particular web. with the GA
so that
enable.
means we have to enable.
Yeah, we have to just enable here.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's it. So now, since we have enabled, now it is resolving to 110. Now it's again doing it in a very same fashion, GA thing. Any confusion, guys? It's very easy. It's all about practice. Again, if I do this disabled, okay, here, let me do it real quick. 110. I'm just doing it twice for you guys, right? And I didn't change anything. I didn't disable here anything. Suppose my primary WIP has gone down, right? So this member, go to pool, go to member. See, it goes down. Now we have only one available, so it will start evaluating to 111. But suppose my primary data center WIP comes up. Ideally, that GA kick in and start doing the resolution from the primary WIP. But since we have manualism enabled, so without manual intervention, it will not start doing that. It will turn circle in a moment. So this is again depends on the requirement. Do you really want to do this kind of configuration? Let's wait for a few seconds. It will turn circle, black circle, right? Now again, if you hover here, see it is saying available disabled, right? So your primary data center WIP is up, so you have to manually resume. So what I'm doing here, so I'm checking it and enabling. So I'm manually resuming the what? The pool member or the primary WIP. Now it will start resolving to.
No, that means automatically it will not come until unless we enable that.
Right.
Yeah,
so
that is the
with manualism,
benefit of that feature.
Yeah. When you have that manualism, so you have to do it manually. And why we need that? We have seen that there are few applications, few services. So suppose if it persists to one data center or one WIP, we don't want to get abruptly get connections terminated or whatever. For that kind of application, you should go with this option. All right.